Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. In Home Alliance City of the Virtual Universe, inside the main palace, many universe masters were gathered. I just heard it from the second universe incarnation era, but I don't know whether it's real or not. Firestone Master looked around. Luo Feng helped me once. If he's in danger. It must be false, said Void Gold Master, shaking his head. Chaos and I went into Universe Boat together, and Chaos told Luo Feng not to get into the inner area. Besides, Luo Feng is relatively weak, and he shouldn't be able to get into the inner area, not to mention God-destroying Valley. And he's certainly not powerful enough to fight 5 Chaos Master. Makes sense. Yes. The Universe Masters present all nodded. 5 Chaos Master from the first incarnation era was at the same level as Primal Chaos City Leader. Don't panic first, said Peng Gong Master. I am related to some Universe Masters from Purple Moon Holy Land. Let me ask them first. Peng Gong Master smiled, and all of a sudden, all the Universe Masters looked to Peng Gong Master. Peng Gong Master was very low-key, yet he had a very high status. Peng Gong Master gradually turned solemn. I've confirmed it. Peng Gong Master glanced around. Luo Feng indeed got into the God-destroying Valley of Universe Boat, and he fought Yin Tuo, 5 Chaos Master, and Ultimate Arrow Master. And then Molten Lava Devil God showed up, which injured Yin Tuo like never before, and it forced Ultimate Arrow Master and 5 Chaos Master to flee into Lava Ocean. Ultimate Arrow Master died while 5 Chaos Master survived. However, he suffered a lot. Is this true? All the Universe Masters in the main palace were amazed. Ultimate Arrow died. Yin Tuo was severely injured. And 5 Chaos was forced into Lava Ocean. Are you sure, Peng Gong? Void Gold Master couldn't help asking, as Ultimate Arrow Master was at his level. I am. Peng Gong Master nodded. I'll call Chaos here. Primal Chaos City Leader was also thrilled when he learned the news. The first thing he did was summon Luo Feng. Come here, Luo Feng. Luo Feng showed up in the palace and looked around. Teacher, Peng Gong Master, Void Gold Master, everyone. Milky Way Horde Leader. Milky Way Horde Leader, everyone said with respect. They kind of looked down on Luo Feng, as he was a new Universe Master. Yet after learning that he had caused Ultimate Arrow Master to die, had severely injured Yin Tuo, and had made 5 Chaos Master go through Lava Ocean, they had nothing but respect for Luo Feng. Is it true? Said Primal Chaos City Leader. Yes. Luo Feng nodded. Yin Tuo was kicked twice by Molten Lava Devil God, and his golden sulphone armor might have been broken. As for Yin Tuo himself, he might not have much of his godly body left. As for Ultimate Arrow Master, his core of Blade Sector fell in the hands of 5 Chaos Master. He's dead now. As for 5 Chaos Master, he might have lost dearly going through Lava Ocean. Luo Feng told the story directly, yet the Universe Masters present were all thrilled. How about you? Asked Primal Chaos City Leader. I can only go through Lava Ocean as well, said Luo Feng. Immediately, the Universe Masters were all worried. Going through Lava Ocean. Does he still want to live? I arrived at Blazing Water Lake, yet I'm being chased by Sealed Huller Master, Panku Master, Uya Master, and that 5 Chaos Master, said Luo Feng. I'm running for my life, yet teacher summoned me. 4. Sealed Huller Master. 5 Chaos Master. Primal Chaos City Leader held his breath. Luo Feng nodded. What can you do now? Primal Chaos City Leader frowned. You're in Blazing Water Lake, and it'll take me decades to get there. Huge Axe Creator is in Tilted Peak Sector. Who will go there to rescue you? Void Gold Master shook his head. There's no time. Peng Gong Master frowned. Luo Feng said directly, relax, teacher. That 5 Chaos Master won't stop until he kills me. I might just sacrifice my original body, and I won't hold back. They're chasing me, so I can't be distracted. I'll go first. Luo Feng bowed and disappeared. Won't stop. Primal Chaos City Leader and Peng Gong Master were quite concerned, yet they couldn't do anything. Impressive. As for other Universe Masters, especially the Universe Masters from the races other than the human race, were all thrilled. It was already impressive enough for him to indirectly kill Ultimate Arrow Master, and now, he was fighting 5 Chaos Master. Even Sealed Hullah Master from Purple Moon Holy Land. It was crazy. They normally didn't dare to mess with Sealed Hullah Master and 5 Chaos Master. Just run, Luo Feng. 5 Chaos Master roared. Let's see how far you can run. How am I supposed to adventure in Universe Ocean if I don't kill you? You're dead. Dead. Dead, said Luo Feng. Stop talking and do something. Luo Feng was charging, flying the highest. Pan Ku Master and Yuye Master were closest to him, less than 100 million kilometers beneath him, and with their speed 100 times faster than light speed, they could reach him in several seconds. 5 Chaos Master and Sealed Hullah Master were dashing toward him from another direction. They were relatively far away from Luo Feng. 5 Chaos Master was 100 billion kilometers away, and Sealed Hullah Master was even farther away. The higher it was, the colder it got. Frozen Lake Fire was on the top. There were flames in the deep of the sky, where Frozen Lake Fire had existed for an eternity. Sometimes, there would be ripples, and they would sometimes hit Blazing Water Lake, which froze the entire Blazing Water Lake. It's Frozen Lake Fire at the top. It's been several days, and it's Frozen Lake Fire up there. Why does that Luo Feng keep flying higher? Frozen Lake Fire is extremely cold, and even top-tier palace-type true treasures will crack. It seems that he has a pinnacle palace-type true treasure. Luo Feng went into his Crimson Pyramid, and he went into the Frozen Lake Fire in that Crimson Pyramid. Come in, Yuye. Pan Ku Master took out a silver ball where there were complex engravings, and they went into it. The silver ball went into that Frozen Lake Fire as well. After a while, went into Frozen Lake Fire. You won't be able to run away. The eyes of 5 Chaos Master glinted with madness. Then his extermination godly armor was dismantled, and 5 Beast God was formed. He was inside 5 Beast God and controlling it, and he went into Frozen Lake Fire as well. After a while, Sealed Hullah Master also entered Frozen Lake Fire in a Pinnacle Palace type true treasure. Pan Ku Master and Yuye Master were both confused. So weird. Luo Feng is slowing down. Indeed, he is. So weird. Sealed Hullah, Luo Feng slowed down. Just follow him, answered Sealed Hullah Master. It's the road to desperation in the front, so he won't be able to make it. Luo Feng slowed down. Pan Ku Master and Yuye Master knew they weren't able to do anything to Luo Feng, so they slowed down as well. On the contrary, 5 Chaos Master and Sealed Hullah Master were moving forward at their fastest speed. Slow and fast. 5 Chaos Master got closer and closer to Luo Feng. 60 billion kilometers, 50 billion kilometers, 40 billion kilometers. 10 billion kilometers, 5 billion, 1 billion, 100 million. You're asking for death, Luo Feng. If I don't kill you, it'll be a waste. Luo Feng slowed down and transmitted his voice through Golden Country. 5 Chaos, how persistent of you to chase me for so long, said Luo Feng. Do you know where it is in the front? It's the road to desperation, answered 5 Chaos Master. It is, said Luo Feng. It's the 12 abysses in front. There was Frozen Lake Fire at the top of Blazing Water Lake, and it came from the 12 abysses. The 12 abysses were 12 endless spaces, 6 of which were bursting out endless Frozen Lake Fire. As for the other 6, they kept swallowing the fire. Hence, they formed a circle. Once the explosive power was stronger than the gravitational power, the Frozen Lake Fire would touch Blazing Water Lake. The abyss was the road to desperation. For one thing, there weren't other exits but the abyss. Also, only Universe Supreme Masters could survive it, and even universe masters with supreme true treasures didn't dare enter. Abyss, said Luo Feng. He flew to the top, and frozen lake fire formed a huge whirlpool. There was a massive black hole, and Luo Feng was only able to defend against its gravitational power using Star Tower and Golden Country. Are you trying to scare me? Said Five Beast God. Humph. The closer it gets to the abyss, the more powerful the gravitational power will be. And the gravitational power you're able to withstand is weaker than what I can withstand. You're dead. Five Beast God dashed at Luo Feng like a beam of light. Luo Feng looked up at the abyss, which was a place more terrifying than Lava Ocean. He wouldn't be able to get out. Don't regret it if you keep following me, said Luo Feng. Ha ha, you'll be the one who'll regret it, Five Beast God roared, and the claws already hit the Crimson Pyramid. I'm not your match, so, whispered Luo Feng. Miniature universe was formed. It enveloped 5 Chaos Master and Luo Feng. The miniature universe wasn't able to resist that gravitational power whatsoever, and it didn't even try. It was sucked into that abyss. Miniature universe crumbled under that swallowing power. 5 Chaos Master was struggling, but it was already too late. No. 5 Chaos Master was terrified and tried to fly back. Luo Feng's voice resounded around 5 Chaos Master. It's my honor to go to the road to desperation with 5 Chaos Master. Silence. A silver ball appeared outside the abyss, and after a short while, a palace appeared as well. Maniac, maniac. Pan-Ku Master and Uya Master were both shocked. That was the road to desperation. Even universe masters with supreme true treasures didn't dare enter it. That silver wing horde leader is so crazy, said Sealed Huller Master. He's crazy with others and also with himself. Sealed Huller Master stared at that abyss, and he knew that 5 Chaos Master was doomed. He suddenly realized how wrong it was for him to try to seize Luo Feng's valuables. Luckily, he went to 5 Chaos instead of me. Sealed Huller Master felt lucky. Deep Abyss and Lava Ocean were different. Deep Abyss was also known by universe masters as the road to desperation. What they meant was, the moment one broke into this region, it would be a road to destruction with no chance of survival. On the contrary, in Lava Ocean, there would still be a glimmer of hope if one was willing to try to fight for a chance for survival. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. Both 5 Beasts God and Crimson Pyramid were sucked into that gloomy and bottomless deep abyss. 5 Chaos Master, who had been trying his best to charge his way out, just a while ago, broke into crazy laughter. That laughter sounded frightening. Good, 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 he said. You have my admiration. I would never have expected this from you, since you have only lived this long. With such precious true treasures, that Wing's true treasure and Palace true treasure. After surviving the ordeal in Lava Ocean, you are now going to charge into Deep Abyss out of your own accord. You are truly determined. Determined to give up everything. But you and I are different. I have lived for close to 3 reincarnation eras, and my end is nearing. Doomsday is inevitable. At least for great beings like myself. We no longer stand a chance. Only Universe Supreme Masters have a shot for that last chance for survival. This is the reason Universe Masters of the first reincarnation era were all so insane, 5 Chaos Master continued. It is because, in the face of Doomsday, we are so helpless. All hopes were pinned on the Universe Supreme Masters of the race, for at least one to be able to make it past this reincarnation era. The helplessness that came along with an imminent doomsday drove us all insane. I dared to fight you. I did not expect you to dare to fight me and to drag me, a Universe Master whose doomsday is drawing so near, together with you into the deep abyss. 5 Chaos Master laughed out loud. This time, we will certainly die. While you and I both have several bodies, we both have lost our strongest bodies that we send for battles through this round. In the future, we may still have a chance to exchange blows, but no matter how we fight each other in life and death battles, after this round, Luo Feng, no matter how much I want to kill you or how much I hate you, do know that I also admire you. You are truly a worthy opponent. I will never, ever, even the slightest bit, underestimate you again. A voice was transmitted out from within Crimson Pyramid. I'm honored. 5 Chaos Master has always paid no heed of me. Now, you are finally treating me as a worthy opponent. Luo Feng seemed quite at ease. Ha ha. Even if I have lost my true treasures like extermination godly armor, my other bodies still have various other pinnacle true treasures, said 5 Chaos Master. My power will still be on the level of a 5th grade Universe Master. It will just be weakened by a mere fraction. 5 Chaos Master snorted. But if you were to lose that Wings true treasure, without this Crimson Palace true treasure, the next time you bump into me, will you be able to defend yourself at all? Without the power to resist. 5 Chaos Master was already prepared to die a martyr's death. As a super great being, if there was a chance of survival, no matter how slight, he would naturally fight for survival. But when there was zero chance of survival, he would accept his fate most graciously. You do not have to worry yourself about this, 5 Chaos Master, said Luo Feng. How much time have I spent on cultivation so far? Maybe the next time we meet, my power will have surpassed yours. Even without my Wings true treasure, I can defeat you all the same, attacking you until you are forced to beat a hasty retreat. Ha ha. Confident. You are so confident. Deep Abyss was truly frightening. Be it Crimson Pyramid or 5 Beasts God, none had the slightest ability to put up a resistance against Deep Abyss. Roar. The force sucked at them crazily, pulling Crimson Pyramid and 5 Beasts God into the depths at high speed. This was different from the strangulation power of the lava whirlpool of lava ocean. This gravitational force was more like a black hole. But this black hole was a zillion times stronger, and the deeper one advanced within it, the stronger the suction force would get. Cried 5 Chaos Master. I cannot sustain 5 Beasts God any longer. Ha ha. Silver Wings Horde leader Luo Feng, I shall make a move first. We will battle again the next time we meet. 5 Chaos Master bade his farewell amidst laughter. The whole of that hideous 5 Beasts God was trembling under the suction force, as though it would collapse and fall apart any moment. 2 pieces of scales were torn off within an instant and sucked into the depths of Deep Abyss. After all, 5 Beasts God was just a set of battle techniques that had been pieced together. In terms of defense and attack, it might be comparable to a Pinnacle Palace true treasure, but in terms of stability, it was slightly inferior to that of a real Pinnacle Palace true treasure. That was why, as the suction force increased, it would be impossible to maintain the form of 5 Beasts God. Following the detachment of the 2 scales, a large number of scales started falling apart. Countless scales of the extermination godly armor were sucked into the depths of the Deep Abyss. 5 Beasts God had fallen apart, naturally revealing 5 Chaos Master inside it. Ha ha. 5 Chaos Master started laughing without inhibitions. With a great ripping sound, the frightening gravitational force tore apart his entire godly body and sent him straight toward annihilation. He disappeared soundlessly and without a trace. His world ring, space ring and all were completely shattered under the terrifying strength of this force. A plethora of items, materials, true treasures, and other belongings appeared out of nowhere. But the moment they appeared, banging sounds erupted. One by one, the true treasures were shattered, annihilated. Ordinary true treasures, senior true treasures, and top-tier true treasures were all torn asunder. Countless materials were wrung and shattered. The gravitational force at this point was not enough to take apart a Pinnacle Palace-type true treasure, but it was enough to take apart a top-tier palace true treasure. It could also take apart many Pinnacle true treasure weapons. Within a moment, some of the important gains of 5 Chaos Master that he carried about with him wherever he went were all annihilated. Only core of the Blade Sector, Water Ripple Prison, Black Pendant, and Extermination Godly Armor were unscathed. Extermination Godly Armor, in the form of countless scales, was sucked deep within. Core of the Blade Sector, Water Ripple Prison and Black Pendant were all swept into Deep Abyss. 5 Chaos Master, rest in peace, said Luo Feng. Luo Feng was inside Crimson Pyramid, executing Golden Kingdom. Hazy golden light enshrouded his surroundings. He could clearly see the wholly intact core of the Blade Sector, Water Ripple Prison, and Black Pendant. Those that could survive the terrifying gravitational force of deep abyss, and still stay intact, must be precious true treasures. Luo Feng tried using Golden Kingdom to bind those valuables to him, but the gravity of deep abyss was far stronger than the binding force of Golden Kingdom. The two were on totally different levels. It was impossible for him to control those three items at all. Hong. Long. Long. The speed at which Crimson Pyramid, core of the Blade Sector, Water Ripple Prison, and Black Pendant were traveling at got faster and faster. The countless scales of extermination, godly armor, were also moving at an unbelievably fast speed. That is, Luo Feng could vaguely see a huge black object moving in a crisscross manner beneath him. Boom. 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 Countless scales, core of the Blade Sector, Water Ripple Prison, and Black Pendant were all ramming into that gigantic black object. The impact could cause a complete change in direction. One by one, the treasures went off in different directions, and were all sucked into deep abyss. Black Pendant. Luo Feng hesitated for a while, then immediately manipulated Star Tower, and did his best to move closer to the Black Pendant. Star Tower also crashed into that black object. Then it rolled and went after the Black Pendant. Asterisk 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 asterisk. In the first miniature universe of the Divine Eye Clan. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. 5 Chaos Master let out bouts of laughter, such wild laughter. He stood by the railings of his godly palace, looking far ahead, laughing hysterically. Endless light rays gathered in the space before 5 Chaos Master to form an old man with a similar single-eyed shadow at his back. The old man strolled over, looked at 5 Chaos Master, and with a slow, gentle voice, greeted him. 5 Chaos. First True Master. 5 Chaos gave a slight bow as he greeted him back. The Divine Eye Clan had 7 True Masters. Every single one was a Universe Supreme Master. And First True Master was at the highest position and was most admired. My master body for battles has just been annihilated, 5 Chaos Master said. It was annihilated in the deep abyss high up in the sky above Blazing Flames Lake within the 9th level of deep abyss. First True Master continued to look at 5 Chaos Master. Ha ha ha. I have underestimated Luo Feng, said 5 Chaos Master. He is a new, strong great being who has a long life ahead of him, but narrowly escaped death while trying to break through lava ocean. Thereafter, he dared to drag me with him as he charged into deep abyss. Ha! After a hair's breadth escape from death, normally we would cherish our lives even more. He should value his more than I valued mine. I have failed. 5 Chaos Master smiled. What about the true treasures you have lost? First True Master inquired. In deep abyss, many of them have definitely been shattered to pieces. The only surviving ones are Black Pendant, core of the Blade Sector, Water Ripple Prison, and Extermination Godly Armor. Among them, core of the Blade Sector, and Water Ripple Prison could be expected to be shattered in some other dangerous lands within deep abyss. Only Black Pendant, which came from the universe boat and possessed power that was second only to Extermination Godly Armor, a supreme true treasure, could be preserved. Black Pendant and 2 great unique true treasures. First True Master nodded slightly. Worthy enough for the Divine Eye Clan's First True Master to take action this time. Deep abyss was the road to desperation. It was only possible for Universe Supreme Masters to break through. A short moment later, 2 Universe Supreme Masters, the Divine Eye Clan's 3rd True Master and 6th True Master, took off at the same time and headed for Universe Boat. The target this time was the Black Pendant and 2 great unique true treasures, Extermination Godly Armor and Silver Wings. Primal Chaos City Leader sent 3 consecutive messages to Luo Feng. Luo Feng, you are being hunted down by 4 Universe Masters, including Sealed Hullah Master, and 5 Chaos Master. What is the situation? When Luo Feng had fallen into deep abyss, he had finally replied to one of the messages. Teacher, I have dragged 5 Chaos Leader with me into the 9th level of deep abyss. That was all Luo Feng replied. He did not wish to say that he was still alive because, firstly, he was unable to explain why he was still alive. And secondly, the moment they knew he was alive, the human race would come rushing over to rescue him. He was worried that implicating his human race would bring about more trouble. Because everything was within his speculations, the moment the news spread about him and 5 Chaos Master falling into deep abyss, it would attract the attention of many Universe Supreme Masters, who would desire to vie for true treasures. If the human race was thinking of saving him, more trouble was bound to arise. It's better for me to settle everything, Luo Feng said to himself. To the outside world, just let them think that my original body has been annihilated. The moment Primal Chaos City leader learned the news, he stood outside his palace and observed a moment of silence. I hope you will have acquired more resilience through your failure this time. You have the ability to divide your body, and you have just started cultivation. You are bound to make it further and higher in the future. That was all Primal Chaos City leader said. He did not go on further. Actually, from Primal Chaos City leader's point of view, if one wanted a unique true treasure like the Wing's true treasure, the only way was to meet with the right opportunity and luck. Once lost, recovering it would be close to impossible. One word to describe this situation: arduous. He was also aware that the growth of a super great being was a self-governing process. It was unaided by nature, and was something outsiders would not be able to help with. Able to drag 5 Chaos to death with him. This disciple of mine is really something. And to think that 5 Chaos is actually someone of my caliber. Primal Chaos City leader shook his head, then wasted no time in heading over to where Huge Axe Creator was. Huge Axe. Primal Chaos City leader approached, and Huge Axe Creator walked out of the godly palace. He was barefooted, and his hair was a mess. He walked out in this state. Primal Chaos City leader. Why have you come? For Luo Feng. I heard about it, too. It seems he is being hunted down by 4 Universe Masters, including Sealed Huller Master, and 5 Chaos Master. He has already entered the 9th level of Deep Abyss with 5 Chaos Master, Primal Chaos City leader said. There is no way they can survive. Luo Feng's true treasure, and 5 Chaos's true treasures, are all in the 9th level of Deep Abyss. It is a rare opportunity. Huge Axe, are you going to make a trip there? Go? Of course I must go, Huge Axe Creator said. News of the fight between Luo Feng and 5 Chaos Master, and Ultimate Arrow Master, and Yin Tuo, had already spread to all 3 incarnation eras and the 2 Holy Lands. However, news now came that 5 Chaos Master, who had survived Lava Ocean, had fought Luo Feng again, and they had both died in the abyss above Blazing Water Lake. The news shocked everyone. That Silver Wing Horde leader is so stupid. Why did he fight 5 Chaos Master like that? 5 Chaos Master is from the first universe era. Those universe masters are all crazy. They are facing ultimate death. Even if they can survive this time, they'll still die in the future. How long has he been practicing? He's that lucky to get the Silver Wing true treasure, and he's willing to give it up. Humph. It'll be extremely difficult for him to get another true treasure like that. That Luo Feng died with 5 Chaos, at least. 5 Chaos is a moron. If he were a great being from the second incarnation era, he wouldn't have behaved like that. He should have given up after surviving Lava Ocean. He still chased Luo Feng. No wonder he's from the first incarnation era. He died. Interesting. Both of them have bodies, so they'll show up again. What else will happen? How will Luo Feng fight 5 Chaos Master without that Silver Wing's true treasure? Both of them are dead, which means extermination, godly armor, and the Silver Wing are both in the abyss. Ha ha. I'll definitely go there. There are 12 abysses in total. Do you even know which one they are in? If it weren't for Universe Supreme Masters, they wouldn't dare go. After that fight, Luo Feng was known to the entire Universe Ocean. At least, the 3 incarnation eras and the 2 Holy Lands all knew about Luo Feng, and they didn't dare look down upon him. After all, Ultimate Arrow Master and 5 Chaos Master had been defeated because of him. Do you want to go to the abyss, Scorpion? I heard that both Extermination Godly Armor and the Wing True Treasure are there. I have a Supreme True Treasure, so I don't need those. Besides, do you even know which abyss it is? I believe that some Universe Supreme Masters from the Divine I clan are rushing there now. Compared to us, lone Universe Supreme Masters, those Universe Supreme Masters backed by their races value the true treasures more. But I don't give a damn about that extermination godly armor. I am, however, interested in that silver wing true treasure. That should be the first true treasure that can control the space and time aside from supreme true treasures. That's right. A true treasure that can control space and time. Ha ha. How special. However, it's useless to us, Universe Supreme Masters. We make the orders, and once given, they are strictly enforced. That's much more powerful than a silver wing true treasure. Okay, then I'll stay in the core area with you. Extermination godly armor, and the silver wings true treasure, indeed attracted lots of Universe Supreme Masters. After all, it was very difficult to get a supreme true treasure in the three lands of Extremis. Even for Huge Axe Founder, it took him an eternity to get one. As for extermination godly armor and the silver wings true treasure, they were only second to supreme true treasures, and were extremely precious. They were attractive to Universe Supreme Masters. Milky Way Horde leader Luo Feng's godly palace. A mind slashed the space and time and arrived at the space and time. There were countless undying servants and guards in the godly palace. There were also several universe knights like Ganwu Country Master, yet those universe masters didn't even sense that mind. Inside a quiet training room, 9 undying servants were guarding it outside. Inside the quiet training room, Luo Feng's remote ocean body sat, with his legs crossed, and a pool was right behind him. The pool was the God Country transportation portal, and it was connected to his God Country. For all these years, remote ocean body would sometimes travel to the ancestral God School, and receive the Beast God Path inheritance. A powerful inheritance arrived, and a blurry being was formed in front of Luo Feng. It was an elder with 2 horns, sitting mountain guest. Teacher. Remote ocean body stood up and gave a salutation. Luo Feng. Sitting mountain guest looked at Luo Feng. I heard something about you, but is it true? Luo Feng answered respectfully. It is true, and I bet it came from Purple Moon Holy Land. I was in Blazing Water Land, and I was hunted by 3 Universe Masters from Purple Moon Holy Land and 5 Chaos Master. I dragged 5 Chaos Master into the 9th Abyss to or others. You did the right thing. Sitting mountain guest exclaimed. You have a silver wing true treasure, which attracts other great beings. If they believe you're weak, they'll try to seize it. And after this time, some great beings will be intimidated by you. Luo Feng nodded. You can pretend that your original body has died, said Sitting Mountain guest. Just hide yourself and train for a time. How's the path of Beast God? I almost completed the 6th level, said Luo Feng. Keep practicing and reach the 7th level as soon as possible, said Sitting Mountain guest. And then he whispered with concern, remember, you should definitely take risks on the path to great beings, but sometimes, you need to remain low-key. I think the Divine I clan might send some Universe Supreme Masters there. Be safe. Sure. Luo Feng nodded. Sitting Mountain guest disappeared. Luo Feng nodded. Sitting Mountain guest was right. He couldn't be too crazy, as he might end up killing himself. And it was also important for him to improve his power. Although he was able to create secret techniques, he was still too weak on laws, as he hadn't even completed the 7th level of the Beast God Path. And then Luo Feng smiled. Although Sitting Mountain guest was only there to talk, he could sense that Sitting Mountain guest was concerned. After all, when Luo Feng was still weak, Sitting Mountain guest could be in control of everything. However, it was 5 Chaos Master that Luo Feng was dealing with, and even Universe Supreme Masters from the Divine I clan might interfere. Even Sitting Mountain guest wouldn't be able to handle it. Sitting Mountain guest went to talk to Luo Feng, yet Primal Chaos City leader never went to him. At the apex of the Thunder Island in the virtual universe, Long Yang Master held a cup of wine. Why don't you go to see Luo Feng? Asked Long Yang Master. No need. He's not stupid. Primal Chaos City leader frowned and poured wine in his cup. Besides, I can't help him. He has remote ocean body, so his earthling original body can be recovered quickly. However, I haven't heard from him in a while. Long Yang Master held the wine cup and laughed in his heart. Chaos, he thought, you do care about him, but you just don't want to say it. The ninth abyss. The black pendant and the small bloody pyramid were flying in the endless abyss. It's been 6 days since I entered this abyss, but I kept being swallowed by that power, said Luo Feng. Some universe supreme masters might come here after learning about it, but it might take years for them to arrive. Luo Feng remained calm. He was controlling Crimson Pyramid. It was the same size as the black pendant, so normally, they followed the same gravitational power. Luo Feng was able to control Crimson Pyramid, so that he could closely follow the black pendant. As for grabbing it, his godly power was crushed the moment it went out. The power of Golden Country was nothing compared to that gravitational power, so it couldn't get the black pendant at all. Following that swallowing power, I've been through lands of darkness and hit unknown objects. And then I went into the killing area, and both my star tower and the black pendant survived. Then I entered the extremely hot place. The abyss was extremely dangerous. Even Jiefanzi didn't have much recorded about it. Although Jiefanzi had entered here before, he had only adventured here for a short while, without inspecting it carefully. For one thing, it was much more difficult to leave the abyss than to enter, and it was extremely dangerous. Also, there weren't many true treasures born here. Dangerous without true treasures. It would be a waste of time to inspect it. The swallowing power is getting weaker. It's getting weaker. Luo Feng was exhilarated. The gravitational power was the strongest on the 4th day, and then it fluctuated after that. Luo Feng concluded that the gravitational power wouldn't this strong all the time. The gravitational power tumbled, and after only a short while, Golden Country was able to resist it. Ha ha ha. Luo Feng was overjoyed, and he initiated Golden Country. The blurry Golden Country enveloped the black object flying in the distance, and kept suppressing it to slow it down. It got closer and closer to Star Tower. A hand reached out from Star Tower, grabbed the black object, and put it back in the tower. Done. Luo Feng was joyful. This video will end here.